All right, hey guys, let's go over some IXL lessons. We're going to do AGZ, UYM, TSS, and LRL. These are due tomorrow. Due 11, 18, and then these are due on Thursday. Due 11, 20. Okay, so I started off with this one and then I ended up clicking and going to something else. So let's start with AGZ. And here's how to show your work. So my first equation is y equals a third x plus 1, and my other equation is y equals negative a third x plus 5. So if ever I have an issue with putting these on here, I like to use my y-intercept and then my slope. So first my y-intercept is positive 1, so I go to the y-axis and then I go up 1 and plot my point. Remember, I must make 2 actions in order to plot a point unless it's on an axis. So technically that was only 1 action, but 0 is a move because I'm not going to the left or to the right, and then I go up 1. Then I must follow my slope. My slope has a rise of 1 and a run of 3. So from that point that I am at, this is my y-intercept, my starting value, I must go up 1, 1, and then to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. And then plot my point. I have now made that line. Now if ever I get confused or I'm not sure of how my line is actually supposed to look, I can come over here and type this into Desmos. And I can say y equals 1/3 x plus 1. So then I'll see that those are the same points, and then I can check here, or the same line, and then I can check here and see that those points are the same. And we can add a few, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can see that that goes through 3, 2, run 3 and jump 2, and 6, 3, run 6 and jump 3. So this is the same line. I have duplicated it. Now I must do this line, so I come down here and select the orange, and then I start with the y-intercept of 5, and then this has a negative slope. So I must go down 1 and then to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. And then plot my point. I will see that they cross at one spot right here, which is the coordinate pair of 6 and 3. Now sometimes this spot might not always be an easy number to read. So I'll just write and note how many solutions there are. So I come back here and I'll say there is 1 solution. So there's 2 parts to this where I have to graph and I have to determine how many solutions there are, and then I click submit. All right, let's do another one. So I've got y equals negative x minus 2 and y equals negative x minus 7. Now, if I remember what my note said last week about parallel slopes, I know that these have the same slope. So there's no solution here. Whoops. S-O-L-U-T-I-O-N. I promise you guys I know how to spell, I think. So then I'm going to go graph them. So let's come to IXL, and if you need help, come here, clear out the other graphs. Y equals negative x minus 2, and y equals negative x minus 7. So let's start with the green one, and then I'll plot my y-intercept, and then make my points. Okay, create the table. Now I'm going to do it again, make a table. Okay, so here are my points. So I can do 1 and negative 3. Boom. Now click on the purple one. I've got 0 and negative 7. 0 down 7. Make sure you stay on this y-axis. And then run to the right 1, because that's my 1, and then negative 8 and down 8. So I've made my 2 parallel lines. They will never intersect, so there is no solution. Click submit. All right, same here. Let's look and see. Y equals 1/2 x minus 4. These are the same lines. So according to your notes, let me go back and show them to you because we did this in class. These notes. I've got 1 solution, infinite solutions, and no solutions. Infinite solutions mean that these are the same line, they have the same slope and the same y-intercept, so they're going to be one on top of the other. So come here, purple, start with your negative 4, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, and then rise 1 and run 2. I'm going to plot those same exact points for the green line. Boom, bam. They should overlap. Infinitely many solutions because they're the same exact line. Every x is the same y. Let's see if I get it right. I did. All right, x equals -6 and x equals -6. Ooh, this one's very important. I gotta know what these lines look like. Ooh, they're the same. I can also color code this and change to different colors so I can zoom in and see that those two lines are one on top of the other. So come back here. It has to go through -6 on my x-axis and then just go straight down. You can choose any points there. Also make note of it. So come back. X equals -6. X equals -6. Infinite. Same line. Okay, this is how I show my work. And then I plot it. Click on the blue one. Same line. Infinite. All of the x's will be the same. All of the y's will be the same. All right, here I've got some extra work to do. This is not in y equals mx plus b form, so I must convert it. So I've got to show my work for that. Let's see here. Y equals, what was the first one that's already in y equals mx plus b form? -2/3 x plus 2. And then I have 2x plus 3y equals 6. So I must solve for y over here by subtracting 2x from both sides. We've been doing this for months now. 3y equals -2x plus 6. Divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. Y equals -2/3 x plus 2. Then I will realize that this is the same line. Same line. Therefore, they have infinite solutions. So I'm going to come to IXL. And I will plot the green one. So my y-intercept is +2, so 0, 2. And then I will go down 2, 1, 2, and to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. There's my first line. And then over here I'm going to plot the same exact one because they are the same line. 0, 2, down 2, to the right 3. They should be the same line. They have infinite solutions. And then let's check and see if we got it right. We did. All right, I've got to show some more work here. So I have x minus 3y equals 3. And then I have y equals 1/3 x minus 1. So over here, I've got to subtract x from both sides. This is -3y equals -x plus 3. And then divide by -3, divide by -3, divide by -3. Y equals, this becomes 1/3 x, and then 3 divided by -3 is -1. So we'll look here and see that these are the same lines. Same, infinite solutions. So let's come graph them. Start with my y-intercept, which is 0, -1. And then rise 1, and then run 1, 2, 3. There we go. Take the blue line, same, 2 points, because they're the same line. And then we'll say they have infinite solutions. Let's see what happens if I jump to a higher level. Ooh, now I've got 2 that I need to solve for. So if I've got x minus y equals 3 and x minus y equals 6, it's looking like they're going to have the same slope and they're going to be parallel, but let's prove it. So I would like to add y to both sides. So then I have x equals y plus 3. And then I will add y to both sides over here. And then I have x equals y plus 6. And then I can subtract 6. and subtract 3. Whoops. And then I have x minus 3 equals y. And then I have x minus 6 equals y over here. So if I rewrite this in y equals mx plus b form, it'll be y equals x minus 3 and y equals x minus 6. So they're going to have the same slope. These will be parallel and no solution. Lots of work to show there. Now let's go graph them. So this one has a negative 3 as my y-intercept, and then my slope is 1. So up 1 to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1, up 1 to the right 1. Every time I step up 1, I rise 1, and every time I run 1, I'm on a friendly point. Okay, let me get my pen and show you. Is it going to let me write? This is a friendly point. Oh, these are friendly points. I wonder how I can unselect. No, it won't let me color on these. Okay, well, let me redo that. Up 1 over 1. Negative 3, and then let me go to the blue. Negative 6. Up 1 to the right 1. They're parallel. They will never intersect. No solution. Submit. Okay, I'm ready to move on. All right, let's look at IXL lesson, what was it? UYM? UYM. Finding the number of solutions. All right, again, these are graphing here. Okay, now we've moved on to lesson UYM. I have typed in both of these equations into Desmos, so y equals negative 2x, 2/7 x minus 10, and y equals 1/4 x minus 9/4, and I see that they intersect once, so this will be one solution, and I click submit. Now in order to show my work for this, I just write down those two equations and I show that there's one solution. And when I check your work, I can see that these don't have the same slope, so I will know that one solution will match. If they have the same slope, then there will be no solutions, and if they have the same slope and the same y-intercept, then there will be excuse me, infinitely many solutions. All right, so let's do the next one. Y equals negative 9x plus 5, and y equals 7/3 x plus 3/7. I know that these have different slopes, so there will be one solution. I really don't need to graph these in Desmos. I need to look at one slope is negative 9 and one slope is 7/3. These are not the same one, so they're going to cross once. All right, this one says y equals 5x minus 6 and y equals 5x minus 5/8. My m's are the same, but my b's are different, negative 6 and negative 5/8. So there's only one solution here. If the b's were the same, then it would be infinitely many solutions, but there's just one. Oh, whoops, it should have been none. My bad. None solution. I said it, but I typed or clicked the wrong thing. Okay, let's go to the next one and let's do it right this time. All right, I've got 9x minus 3 and y equals 7/2 x plus 5/4. Different slopes, one solution. Let's make sure I do this correctly this time. 1, and then you can draw attention to your slopes. 9 and 7/2. Yay, fixed it. All right, these are the same slope and different y-intercepts. Negative 9x plus 10 and negative 9x minus 9/7. Same. No solution. These are parallel. Fixed it. All right, looking at this, 10x and 8/9 x. Different slopes, so they're going to have one solution. And let's draw attention to those slopes. All right, I'm going to do more on my next video.